Hey everybody, welcome to The Commons. I'm Cooper Ray, and I'm here with Josh Blakesley, who's going to talk to us about his setting to Cry Out with Joy. Stick with us. Josh!
Coop!
How you doing, man?
That's a tradition. I think every time we do a Commons episode, you go, Josh, and I go, Coop!
Yeah, it's fun. Well,
gotta do it
we're old
forever.
buds,
Yeah,
so
that's
I mean,
right.
this is really cool.
Yeah.
So we have this song, Cry Out with Joy, and it's a psalm response, but it's not from Psalms.
Right.
Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, so it's from Isaiah, and occasionally a responsorial is taken from something other than the Psalms. So, for example, during Advent, sometimes we'll hear the Magnificat from the Gospel of Luke as a responsorial. And so, in the same way, this is a psalm that happens during Advent, and it's Cry Out with Joy, but it's from Isaiah. So, but we use it in that responsorial place where the response is Cry Out with Joy for the Lord your God, for the Holy One is among you. So,
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about this song, I mean, this song is not terribly new. It's been around for a little while, but I think it's just, to me, it's a timeless piece. And when I've played it for that psalm, but it's not just for that psalm, for that particular Sunday in Advent. It's not pigeonholed in that area. Because I think it's a great Christmas song because it and you can use it in another setting, another time. Like I've used it as a gathering song. It's a very triumphant, very joyful song.
Yeah, and I tried to write it in that vein, like the idea of the lyric is saying "cry out with joy," and so I tried to make it the chords kind of push a little bit, and tried to make it feel celebratory. And like you said, I mean, the Holy One is among you is a great idea to sing about during Christmas, and so it can kind of continue that theme throughout that season.
Yeah, and not even Christmas. I mean, really, the Holy One among us.
That's right.
All the time, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it's got a little bit of a different feel to it also. I mean, if you could play a little bit for us, and that way they can kind of get a reference point.
Yeah, so I mentioned the pushes. It starts on the one, but then everything else, everything after that happens on like the and of the next downbeat. So it's how it feels. It kind of pushes into the. So if we're counting, we're going 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and so it has like a syncopated thing to it, which isn't super common in contemporary music a lot now. But when I wrote the song, I really wanted it to feel not just contemporary, but also have that joyful kind of, I don't know, I think of pep in my step whenever I
Right,
sing
well, why
this,
not? It fits with the song, right?
So, right. So that's kind of the feel of it, just which for a guitar player, you mentioned earlier that it's sometimes difficult for especially beginning players to get into that
right, because
groove,
you're
that
doing
rhythm.
something different here that's not kind of feels natural, but you're also doing a little bit of a different picking thing. So if I wanted to focus on one or the other.
Well, and sometimes I've heard there's a couple of recordings on YouTube of this as well, where the piano kind of takes the lead on it, and then and so they're taking this thing and going with it, and then the guitar can do more of a something a little straighter or whatever. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you played a little bit for us just now, but let's hear the whole thing.
Yeah. All right.
Cry out with joy, for the Holy One is among you. Cry out with joy, for the Holy One is among you. Indeed, God is my Savior. I am confident and sure He is my courage, I am not afraid. My strength comes from the Lord. Cry out with joy, for the Holy One is among you. Cry out with joy, for the Holy One is among you. Sing praise to Him, proclaim His glorious deeds. Zion, shout for joy and fall on your knees. Fall on your knees. Cry out with joy.